Hey there, and welcome. Have you ever looked at standard project management advice and thought, yeah, that just doesn't work in the world of banking? Well, if so, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're putting together a real-world blueprint for how to lead those high-stakes, high-pressure financial projects.
So let me ask you something right off the bat. When you see that next huge initiative coming down the pipeline, a massive digital banking platform or a complete regulatory overhaul, do you feel like you've got what it takes to step up and lead it? We're about to break down exactly what you need.
All right, let's dive right into the heart of the matter, the modern banking challenge. The industry has become incredibly complex, and guess what? So have the projects. We're not just talking about ticking off tasks on a list here. It's more like navigating a minefield of regulations, clunky old legacy systems, and just immense pressure from all sides.
And this is really the core of it. Look, a generic one-size-fits-all approach to project management might be fine if you're building a simple app. But in banking, no way. You're juggling intricate global regulations, data security that has to be ironclad, and stakeholders ranging from the board of directors all the way to government regulators. It's a whole different ballgame that requires specialized expertise. So the big question is, how do you actually build that expertise? Well, it all starts with having the right toolkit. And I mean the foundational, hard skills, the absolute non-negotiables that every single successful project manager in the banking world has to have completely mastered. At the very heart of all this is the project management lifecycle. And a good way to think about it is to compare it to a core banking process you already know. So initiation, that's kind of like getting a new financial product approved. The planning phase is like structuring the entire rollout. Execution is the big launch and the marketing push. And closing, well, that's your final performance review. See? It's a rhythm you're already familiar with, just applied to a much bigger picture. And this process right here, this is the engine that keeps that whole life cycle moving. That meticulous planning phase, that's what stops a project from going millions of dollars over budget. Smart scheduling is what ensures you launch a new feature before your competitors do. And crystal clear reporting, that's how you keep your senior leadership team confident and totally on board.
Of course, to run this whole orchestra, you need the right instrument. Getting your hands dirty with professional project management software is absolutely crucial. This is where all the theory gets real. It's where you can actually map out every single dependency for, say, a complex system migration, and make sure that the legal team signs off before you assign your expensive developers, not the other way around.
But listen, having the best tools and processes is still only half the story. Because the most complicated, unpredictable part of any banking project isn't the software, it's the people. And truly mastering this human element, well, that's what separates a pretty good manager from a genuine leader. Think of these skills as your secret weapons. Really clear communication can stop a simple misunderstanding from spiraling into a major regulatory problem. Being a sharp negotiator is how you get that extra funding you desperately need from a skeptical CFO. And powerful presentation skills, that's how you walk into a boardroom and convince executives that your project is a critical investment, not just another line item on the budget. And let's be real, conflict is going to happen. It's inevitable. The difference between a project succeeding or failing often comes down to this right here, how you handle it. An ineffective manager will avoid those difficult conversations and the project just grinds to a halt. But an effective leader, they tackle issues head-on, get the team to focus on solutions instead of pointing fingers, and find that common ground to keep things moving forward. Now, when you start to merge that technical toolkit with those finely tuned people skills, something amazing happens. You're not just managing a project anymore, you're leading it. You're the one making the critical calls that really shape the final outcome. I absolutely love this quote because it completely reframes what leadership is all about. It's not about you having all the answers. It's about creating an environment where you can ask the right questions so your team of experts can figure out the best solution together. Your job is to facilitate, not just dictate. So this is what a modern banking project leader really looks like. You've got the technical planning chops, you understand industry standards like the project management body of knowledge, and you know how to build and motivate a team. But, and this is so important, you also have the confidence to solve brand new problems. And when the time comes, make that decisive final call. Okay, so let's talk about the big payoff. Because learning all these skills isn't just about getting your next project over the finish line. It's about fundamentally transforming your entire career path and unlocking brand new doors for advancement.
And let's be really clear about what this means for your career. A formal qualification, something like a professional diploma, sends a powerful signal. It's more than just a line on your resume, it's official validation of your expertise. It tells senior management that you have the well-rounded skill set they're looking for in their next generation of leaders.
And the benefits are so tangible. Getting certified is a huge driver for career growth. It makes you way more marketable in a field that's super competitive, it proves your skills to leadership, and yeah, it's directly linked to higher earning potential. But maybe most importantly, it opens the door to those senior roles where you can have the biggest impact.
So when you see a number like this, it's really important to put it into perspective. This isn't just a course fee. It's a strategic investment in yourself, an investment in higher pay, better job security, and your future as a leader in the banking industry.
Which kind of brings us right back to where we started. I asked if you were ready to lead. But after seeing the blueprint, I think the real question is, are you ready to invest in yourself and actually start building that future starting today?
If the answer to that question is yes, then the Professional Diploma in Project Management for Bankers is designed to give you every single tool and technique we've talked about here.
So if you're ready to take that next step, you can enroll now and start that transformation.